Alright.
Alright. Just looks so... There we go.
Does that look good?
Yep. So, bring in a bonus feature.
Yes.
From Cheryl Dunye.
Mommy is coming. I'm very excited.
The trailer looked
The
wild.
trailer just was like it was definitely like a exciting sexcapade caper kind
It was
of.
a not safe for work trailer, if you know what I mean.
You know, where lives cross and excitement.
It seems like
and
a really interesting film
Yes.
with interesting twists. And, you know, Cheryl, I feel like we really should add one more of her films to her collection.
Yes, like I feel like I want to see one more film to really kind of solidify my theory of her
Style?
Her style, exactly.
Yeah, I would really, because
Stranger Inside, I believe
it was great.
It was great, well written, but I believe maybe it being produced by HBO had some like, you know,
that's right.
so she may not have been able to utilize her style, which I believe is these cut-in head, you know, talking
Yeah, if
heads.
there are interviews in it where all of a sudden Cheryl Dunye's like, so I was thinking this would be a really great way to
then
run the film. So
right, and then it's just a matter of like taste, and it's like, but
Yeah.
I would say like just how strong it is to have a when your direction can be like recognizable like that.
Yeah.
That's kind of my theory. I'm excited to see if that's what we're gonna see. It didn't appear that way in
It didn't
the trailer
at all, but
it just shows then her versatility
and this
as
is
a
from
director.
2012.
Yes, we've actually gone in a progression through
Through her
chronological
films,
progression.
yeah. So go ahead and check out these really cool clips from the film,
Mommy's Coming 2012.
and then we'll come back with our review.
Yeah, excited.
Yay!
Thanks.
Okay. I'm sorry.
So the trailer to Mommy's Coming seemed like one of those like weird, kind of cute, quirky, maybe a little risque European film.
It's porn.
It's porn. There's a lot of guns are terrifying to me. The usage of a gun in this film is extremely uncomfortable to me. Before I go on, the one positive I will 100% note is the safe sex that is seen throughout.
So much protection.
Because there's so much sex.
Because there's so much sex.
And what does Brandy Mack say?
The difference between porn, like what is it?
Art
and porn is...
Brandy, how would you define pornography?
For me, it's when the penis goes in.
So, this movie went from art to porn.
Immediately.
Immediately. And it's just I really had no idea what we were signing up for. I thought it would be like, you know, the amount of lesbian sex we've seen in the films we've been watching. Yeah. You can allude to sex. There's one little scene in the sex club where you don't see the dude fucking the chick or them fucking because it's all framed well. I don't need to see the penetration. That's what makes it art. That was the only time. Every other time, I mean...
So much. So synopsis.
Like, oh my, like if I had pearls, I'd be clutching them. This is not even...
So the synopsis, let's just explain the movie. So it starts off definitely with, you know, a role-playing scenario with a couple, two, you know, women. I don't even know. So they have these two women get in a cab together and thus beguns their sexcapades. Mm-hmm. So you learn that the young blonde one Dylan doesn't want to commit to Claudia. Who just wants to be loved and treated right and so on and so forth. So we learn very quickly that Dylan's mother, I don't know where she's coming from, but she doesn't have a German accent, but this is all filmed in Germany.
The blonde's the only one with a German accent.
The blonde is only one with a German accent. And so her mom is coming to visit her. Surprise visit.
When she mentions mommy's coming, like, in every dialogue.
Mm-hmm. You know, when they drop the line in the movie, it should be like, dun, dun, dun. You know, she expresses clearly that she's having problems with her husband. So, I don't want to give too much of the film away, but you can imagine the flip-floppy, swip-swappy,
Oh, it crosses a fucking line, but that's for me.
Personal.
This is so personal because what I will say is, what is art supposed to do but elicit a reaction and a feeling?
Got it.
Cheryl is an amazing director because she elicits a reaction. There are different styles for everything. So I am just commenting on my preference and my style. Like when I was like in my early 20s and hanging out with my friend while he was at work at the porn shop and we were just watching movies, like I knew where I was at. Like I was like, yeah, I'm gonna see some double fisting. I knew where I was at in context.
Because we saw that in this film.
And I didn't know when I was like, let's do a bonus one to review so I can really get a style of her directing.
It is the same. She does stop in the middle of the film to have the actors describe their character analysis, but also have talking heads with the character. And there is no distinction between the two. I don't know. I guess we're really riled up because this was, it did say 18 plus in the little thing. It did not, it should have just been categorized as.
It just goes, it's as a as people who just, in this day and age of Me Too, too late, trigger warnings, like, so the coddling in which I guess the past years have allowed,
because this is from 2012.
This is 2012. And so
it feels very dated, I guess.
You know, I mean, I'm thinking of 2012 and I'm knowing that gay marriage is completely legal federally. We're doing, so it's challenging and I guess like kind of, yeah.
So it just wasn't necessarily my favorite film.
I just there's much trigger warning. Like I'm not gonna be able to recommend
guns.
it without. There's guns. There's sex with guns. There's
role playing,
a lot of forceful sex. Again, this is not saying don't watch it. It's just I didn't
letting you know in case you have never heard of the movie Mommy is Coming.
Yeah.
By Cheryl Dunye. She's in it. She has her little director cameo and
again, art is made.
It's art,
but
with porn.
And
it's so short. It's like an hour long, but it felt like it went forever.
Yeah, well, cause I mean, like.
You just had to sit there and let it happen to me.
That's the dedication we have to these reviews. Is we're both like,
because I was like, we can turn this off.
And it's like, no,
what kind of review is that? So what? We got 3/4 of the way through this to not be able to review it.
Right then, for what? I'm like, then that just happened for no reason. That cannot be.
I just kept saying, I was
stay
like,
strong and watch this.
I was like, so this is education. This is just like a good sex education.
I was educated with the anatomy of people, and so that was cool.
So how many thumbs do you give this? Just feels a little more wrong.
I don't mean it. I don't know that I can.
It's
just for my personal thing.
I had the same thought literally through the whole thing. I was
so sorry.
I said maybe this one might not get any thumbs, but because it's a bonus one, I think it shouldn't affect the overall score of Cheryl Dunye because that would just bring down the overall score so much. But this was not a film I will ever watch again. I probably don't even want to talk about it.
It'll always get a shudder when it comes across my mind. That's what I do know.
Yeah.
I watch at your own risk. That's all.
Watch at your own risk. And hey, if this sounds like something you're very into, then it's on Amazon. Rent it for $3.99.
Totally, and no judgment. If you want with this, and you're like, that sounds pretty dope, go for it. I truly just had no idea. Like I said, like I wasn't hanging out in a porn shop or anything, so I didn't think I was about to see like some double fist and pounding out. I wasn't expecting.
And the last 3 Cheryl movies did not have this sort of content and level real.
She's fucking a gun at one point. It's hard. Okay.
With
I just have to
condoms through the whole thing.
That is the only thing I will again say is, but reminiscent of a porn, all the safe sex.
Yeah,
so
it just was a little
porny. That's all, a little porny.
It was a little pornographic. Well, we were expecting to be reviewing a queer cinema with some like perspective, and hey, it is. I mean, it is. I'm not. Anyways, how many thumbs are you giving this? None?
I can't. Yeah, no thumbs down, that's for sure. But I can't because I was tempted to stop it. So that, yeah. But I mean, again,
is it worse than Itty Bitty Titty Committee?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way that wrapped up.
I know. I literally kept thinking the whole time. I was like, "There's no way I'm giving this any thumbs. Not a half a thumb, not anything." But I was wondering if maybe you were going to, because maybe it would be equivalent. But so no, I want to give it half a thumb for all the condoms.
Go for it. And that's coming from the person who's like all about that. But this is queer cinema. Where I mean,
it's just it didn't feel like cinema. I do not feel like I can give it any thumbs because I don't feel like it fits into our category of what kind of movies we like to review. This was very unexpected. I should have known from the trailer, but I really thought the trailer was like it.
I risque part. I thought they were highlighting the risque part.
To make you want to watch it.
Not, this is all we could edit that would be allowed to be in a viewable trailer.
Because everything else is beyond that.
So
Cheryl Dunye, this wraps up our trilogy with the bonus feature, which I'm so sorry.
The Watermelon Woman,
Stranger Inside,
The Owls, and now Mommy is Coming. Yeah.
Anyways, so
that's it.
We have
no thumbs for Mommy is Coming.
Okay, so what we haven't been doing is our like movie shot. Go like this.
You see no thumbs.
Yeah. Okay.
So bad. It was so painful.